Hello, my beautiful Capricorns. This is a reading for all Capricorn placements of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. My name is Melissa. Welcome to my channel. If you'd like a personal reading, please get in my description box below. There's several areas of ways to contact me, have a discussion, and then we can book your reading. So, over on TikTok, I pulled Mary Magdalene for you, which is courage and visionary, okay? Kind of a big deal. This means she who illuminates. It is said that nobody understood Jesus as well as she did, and that she was able to share it clearly with others. And then after a while, people decided she was a prostitute and she was a horrible woman, and they basically chastised her for that. And then in 1969, they decided she wasn't as sinful as they thought she was originally. So basically, this is the divine feminine, Capricorn. So basically, you are looking at being in your power at this point. And I'm really feeling two words come up: surrender, which means, basically it's time to be honest with yourself and be open to who you really are. And I'm also hearing, voice. So using your voice as much as you can, standing in your truth, and don't back down from it. Okay. I do see, when I pulled three cards, I pulled the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Rods, which tells me you've been carrying a burden for quite some time. Maybe you've been living in fear. I almost feel like you've been living in fear for a while. And it's not fear that was necessarily yours. It was kind of projected or learned throughout your time. And you're kind of in the process of maybe waking up and realizing like things aren't as they seem. I do have the 5 of Cups here as the second card. And this tells me you need to let go of some things that are no longer serving you. Again, having this idea of what life should be like, and like if it's not happy unless it's like this, not true. I feel like you need to do some soul searching. And that's why you also got the Fool too. It's almost like you need to start anew and basically just start all over again, start fresh, be reborn basically. Basically realizing like, no, things aren't as they seem, but literally you can build something new. Basically what's going on right now is just your illusion. Yes, we may have things and circumstances happen to us, but they aren't our whole identity. And I feel like sometimes you may hold on to those things as like, this is your personal identity. So let's go ahead and pull a Celtic cross. You're coming in as the High Priestess, so I almost feel like you know this already. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, Eight of Swords. So yeah, this is basically let go and let God and kind of feel the flow. She's standing in water too, which tells me like feminine energy, needing to feel the flow of how things go. The High Priestess is showing up that's basically what Mary Magdalene was, in my opinion. You're peeking behind the veil and you're seeing that, you know a lot more than what you thought you did. And maybe that's the burden, is the fact that you know more than maybe other people do. And so it's like bothersome to you because you're like, oh, how can I live in a life? It's like you're living in a parallel universe, but you're still stuck in their area, right? What's coming across as the problem is the Ace of Cups. So it looks like this is a new offering, and really it's the Holy Grail of love. So I don't know if maybe you're in a relationship and possibly someone else is coming in. I just got the feeling of like someone coming back around, right? Like, so someone coming back around to, which I got that feeling. I'm not seeing it in the cards, but it's almost like an old flame is coming back around to bother you. We have Aquarian energy at the base of it, which is the root of the problem. And that's, the sign right after you. Maybe you're thinking a little more logically, and what's important is that you're connecting yourself. Women are the divine connection between the divine and the earth. And if you don't spend time meditating and really like sorting out what your purpose is and like what you're supposed to be doing each day, then it becomes a little bit confusing, and you carry the burden, so to speak. In the past, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So maybe you had wish fulfillment at one point, and then all of a sudden it was like that, the higher knowledge was like, oh crap, like this is not Like you got everything that you wanted and hoped and desired, and then you're like, I'm not happy, and this isn't what it's supposed to be like, and it doesn't feel good. And I was told my whole life that if I did all of these things, I would feel good, and now you don't. So there's something interesting about that. Ooh. In your subconscious, it looks like you've heard some things, possibly from yourself, but more likely from other people. So I almost feel like you've been under attack, okay? I feel like there's a direct correlation here in this relationship where this person has just chewed you up and spit you out. Yeah, it feels like they just chewed you up and spit you out, Capricorn. I'm so sorry. And that's not fair because I feel like you've been dealing, like you were, ooh. I feel like you were this person, like you were this person's rock, and they were just deceptive and ugly and gross. And they would chew you up and spit you out on a regular basis. And you, out of the process of love, you just, maybe codependency, a little codependency there. You were just like, yeah, I'll be there for you regardless. You're kind of sick in the head, but I love you and I'm supporting you. Capricorn. So you are going to get a new offering, and I do believe it's from an earth sign with the pentacles here. It's literally a divine intervention for you. And if you don't take it, it's really to help you steer to that next direction. It's possible that you need a better job to separate from this person. So I feel like that's what this could be. Spirit's advice is to move on. 6 of Swords. Hello. If that isn't a smack in the face, to move on. Take the kids and go. Okay, move on to calmer waters. What's going on around you is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you got the Ace and the Knight of Pentacles here. Like people are trying to support you and help you. You could have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn around you trying to support you in this process. But they're telling you, move on, move on. I almost feel like that person is the person, driving the getaway car, so to speak, for you. Excuse me. Learning a new skill. Now, there might be a point where you're having to learn a new skill. I feel like that's what this Ace of Pentacles is. You're learning to do something a little bit differently. And I feel that scares you a little bit because you don't like change very much, do you? Yeah. So it scares you a little bit to learn something new. But I'm telling you, it's not just going to nourish your monetary means and be able to support you, but I feel like it's going to be for your soul too. Like it's finally something that you've been wanting to always do, or that you've been curious about, that all of a sudden now like you totally get to do it, which is amazing. Final outcome is the Ace of Swords. Yeah. So you're bringing on, and I feel like you're going to get new information about this person. That's just, you're done. Okay. So I love this reading for you, Capricorn. I look forward to chatting with you in a couple of weeks. If you want a personal reading, again, get in my information below and we can set something up. Hope you have a wonderful 2 weeks. Talk to you later. Toodaloo.